Do I never put any effort into my stream? Why don't I ever put any effort into my stream? Oh, Bimlab, you were online? I'm sorry, I missed your stream. Hello, Bimlab. The bimmiest of labs. What were you up to today? Were you doing, were you doing pizza night? Pizza night, awesome. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're continuing it, obviously. Makes me happy. I did some pixel art yesterday, actually. Talking of pixel art, I don't know. Anyway. I don't think I'm doing it right, though. I don't think I'm doing pixel art correctly. I'll show you the video. I'm not doing pixel art correctly. I think you're meant to... Oh, hello, Ron. Hello, welcome back. I remember you. I'm treating pixel art as if it's normal painting, right? I don't think you're meant to do that. Also, these are very big canvases. So, whereas normally you have a lot less pixels. This is 200 by 300. But the problem was doing the eyes and the face. You need you need more pixels for the eyes and the face, otherwise it doesn't work. The eyes are really difficult. You see? Because it's just like 1 or 2 pixels. Anyway. I'm still having fun with it. And it does give it a style. Anti-aliased, yeah. It gives it an interesting style. Alright. Oh, thanks, Ron. How's pizza night going? Well, whatever. I asked you that. Okay. Are you going to start your college soon? Do you have to pay for your college? That would suck. That would actually really suck if you had to pay. Okay, what I'm doing today is just finishing up the little bit of refactor I did. Getting a loan, but it's not that much since it's all online. Oh, okay. Oh, hell yeah. Online. So I was, all right, yeah. Changing the way targeting works so that you can, so things can fight each other. So previously there were only 2 teams, and you had a enemy team and a player team. And what would happen was, yeah, the player team would fight against the enemy team, and that's it. Right? There's 2 teams. But I need to separate things out, so there are multiple teams, and they can fight each other. So like this ship is from the Pluto faction, and they could fight against the pirate faction, something like that, but they could also fight against you. And that's actually been quite difficult, and it's something I had to do offline actually, because I was doing it on stream yesterday. I just can't concentrate on stream. Can't seem to get the correct solution when I'm streaming. You can abbreviate pixel around it, as you can give more pixels in eyes in other parts, and that'd be a good way. I don't know what that means. Right. So I need to fix the targeting. Also, I need to make it so I can go up and down. It's like priority to me. Up and down, strafe. So you not only can you strafe left and right, but you can strafe up and down. Really want to do that. So let's see. Targeting. Yeah, the targeting is broken. Let's see. Reading code. You know, obviously, I've been watching a lot of programming videos just for fun, really. Sort of gives you ideas and notions, but exactly what to do is difficult. There's sort of these techniques that I'm slowly learning, but what exactly they all mean. It's all about writing code that you can understand, but simultaneously is efficient. And, well, maybe those things actually double up. If something's efficient, then it's easier to understand, right? There it is. There it is right there. I was thinking of letting you shoot neutrals anyway, and allies anyway. Right. I'm gonna think about that. I think that's a good idea. You should be allowed to shoot your allies if you really want to. Right? I think you should be able to. What just happened? I clicked on this one. And what just happened? The system. We initialized the ship. And I couldn't find my default character key on my spaceship. Went to ready. Went to start system storing. My spaceship was null. Wait, what? Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense. There we go. When something makes sense, it feels really good. I didn't actually want to be here though. I'm liking the new color scheme though that I just messed with. Sort of purplish color scheme. I'm liking the more contrasty shadows. It's looking a bit better. Countermeasures may not be working. Let me think about this. I really want to unrefactor this script. I gave this script to an AI and I said, hey, why don't we try refactoring this? And it was like, hell yeah, I got you. And then it gave me this crap. And I've been fucking fighting against it ever since. It's so hard to find anything. Pose as countermeasure. I don't get why I'm making this check, actually. Since we're passing through all ordnance anyway. Which, by the way, is expensive. But you're only doing it every now and then. Also, I found out that maybe modulo is expensive. I'm gonna once I got my benchmark back up and running, I'm gonna find out what happens if I remove all the modulos from my code. See if it improves it, because there is definitely ways around it. Apparently, adds are the most cheap thing you can do. Adds are cheap, subtractions are cheap, but you want to do any sort of division, especially to an integer, it's really, really expensive. I think multipliers are cheap. So this is actually super expensive right here. And the most expensive apparently is like square rooting. Or I think it's ACOS. Like getting an angle to stuff. That's also expensive. So I'm going to try to move away from that as well. So yeah, I think this is the problem right here. Gonna just save it just in case I need it. Right, let's see if I the glow is obviously a little bit much at the moment. Gonna mess with it. I gotta work on the AI a little bit. So at the moment they just aren't very... This is tedious. So I might speed up the bullets. think it would make some sense to speed up bullets. Because at the moment they just never hit, right? Although it's gonna, especially if we're moving backwards. It's weird that I'm going faster than the bullets are. Strange. He's just not firing his missile. Codex, hello mate. Hello Codex. What's good? The ship? What's good? The ship? How's your sixth direction going? Well, did you say you stopped doing the sixth direction? I can't remember. And the one you're piloting. This one has a blink. I haven't done the effect. So you're meant to be able to blink, but I think you should be able to blink a lot further as well. Oh! Damn it! I messed up. Oh, I did it with their autoimmune stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I had to... I don't normally talk about my... Whatever. I had to switch my diet completely. I don't know if that's what you're doing. Yeah, I don't think medication works. You have to, at least for me, it was mostly changing to meat and rice. Although I'm not sure rice is really that great. But it works. But the truth of the matter, it's the chemicals in the water that are turning the friggin' frogs gay. That's the problem, isn't it? It's all the chemicals in the water. You can't really get away from it. So we're kind of fucked. Alright. So that's that done. So... Now what? I suppose I have to stress test it. First I have to check that Firstly, I have to check that my allies don't start shooting me, because that was happening before. So let's check that first. So, sure. And Juno. Oh wait, no. Hang on, sorry. That was the wrong system. Natasha and Juno. Always test again on my shitty computer. That's looking good. Yeah, the glow's a bit much though, isn't it? The glow's definitely a bit much. Yo, 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 yo. Oga Boga man. Right, yeah. Can I click this? No, that's broken as well. This is broken right here. Interesting. Hang on. Why is that broken? How you doing, Ogre Burger Man? I'm very excited to play your tower defense game at some point. Oh, and testing on my shit. What game mode are you trying to finish first? I'm doing the demo. I'm doing a story for the demo. Night, Bimlove. Oh, I'm sad I missed your stream. I should have looked at Twitch before I came. But I'll see you later. Test on my shitty computer. Yeah. There is a benchmark. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like 60 FPS. Because the optimizations I did is as far as I can go, I think, without moving to C#. And without moving to like modules and things, C++ modules, which is an exciting idea. Eventually. What was I doing? This one currently, I know it's old, but this does have basically the same, this has a benchmark on it, and it ran like 600 FPS on my computer, so I think it will work on, you could do a lot with compute shaders or threads. Yeah, I'm not sure where to put my threads or compute shaders. This is the problem, I'm not sure what to do with them. I'm gonna have to practice and see what I could do. It's very unclear, like what, I don't have a task at the moment that I could do with any sort of compute shader or thread. I was working on my tower defense and my mom flipped the breaker to our power and it made my PC crash encrypted. Oh no! Luckily I backed up online before the tsunami came. The tsunami. What a life. What a fucking life. Because you had a problem with your project corrupting before, didn't you? When you upload your backup, is it like a huge file? I imagine it is, because it's like such a big... That was my whole heart. Oh my god, such bad luck. I'm so sorry. I lost a lab to a tsunami? What does that mean? You own a laboratory? That's impressive. If you're doing the version control, it only uploads the new files, but if it's Google Drive, it upload the whole project. Version control. Yeah, if you use GitLab or something, I don't know how it works. I've never used GitHub. But they have like versions, don't they? And you sort of there's like versions, and but I'm not really quite sure what the benefit is. I think I prefer just backing up the whole thing. I guess you can see what you changed and what might be causing a problem if there's a problem, right? We will use it to work. Right, yeah, of course, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. I lost the lab to tsunami. It seems to be a vague like coding thing though. Do you still do visual coding, or do you code? Ogre Boga Man. I shouldn't say it as if visual coding isn't coding. I understand it is coding. Still use visual coding. Well, it obviously works really well. $50 million hardware. Oh my god. Codex, are you rich? Rich and not subbed. Bloody hell. We have a 1%er among us. You don't get rich by giving your money away. Okay, fair enough. That is true. I you know, the amount of like super rich people I've worked for, like who've been like paying me minimum wage is insane, right? Yeah, like doing gardening jobs and stuff, and they pay you minimum wage, but they're like millionaires. It's yeah. I couldn't do that. Like, I just don't have the personality, I guess. Whenever I do that, she's always the richies that give the lowest tip. Yeah. Alright. So, okay. Let's attempt to spawn in a bunch of ships and see what happens. So, like, and in ships from different factions. So, like, the pirate faction, the Pluto faction, the Hesperia faction, and then the player. Be Jewish. A lot of times you can buy stuff with interest-free loans. Like, I think I got my graphics card on an interest-free loan. You know, it just means you're paying. But like a house, you can't do that for like a house. I understand what you're saying. We're not the chosen people. So I'm looking at spawn markets now. And I'm thinking about how I'm doing this. Let me see. This will change. This is going to be different now. How I'm doing spawn areas. So the first thing I want to do I'm scaling that up because you can't why am I scaling that up? So I don't have to like mess with the mesh. Okay. Yeah, if you can buy a house and own it, right? Otherwise the bank owns it, right? Then it's cheaper. If you have enough money then to buy the house, then it's cheaper, isn't it? Okay. So if I have this mesh on each one, we'll probably rename these to like hero spawn area. So this is where the player always spawns, in this area, wherever I place this area here. And then I'm just going to list a bunch of, yeah, NPC spawn area 1. I think that's probably the best way to do it. Because we're no longer doing like enemies or we do like 300 on the scale here. $300 on the scale here. Don't see anything. Copy. There we go. This makes some sense. Let's do something like that as well. and then you just make more as you need them. Hello, Ameripon. Yeah, I don't know much about it. I'm working on what I'm working on today. I'm still doing the like enemies have to fight each other sort of stuff. You know, when you play Skyrim and you play Skyrim, right? And you're the player, and you have a faction. The player has a faction. It's you and your companion, and then there's some NPCs running around. But these NPCs, they have different factions. So you can have the Stormcloaks and the Imperials, and they're fighting each other. But simultaneously, the player could be fighting either the Stormcloaks or the Imperials, or both. And so that's what I'm working on right now. Also, I've given everything a purple tinge, and I don't hate it at the moment. I've tinged with purple. And test the avoidance system as well if I put those things there. So we're going to have the player team here, we're going to have one NPC faction here, and another NPC faction here. Let's see what happens. Very synth. Yeah, you just mess with a few colors in the world environment and things look completely different. You know? So, now what? Are you generating the planet, or is it part of the skybox? Yeah, it's part of the skybox, yeah. You can move it around there. Oh, that's moving the sun. We could have it blocking the sun. That doesn't look very good. It's a bit bright. I was giving them textures, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to anymore. I could make it into earth. Interesting. We're looking at the Pacific right now. Can I rotate it? Not really. I have to rotate the whole thing. There's this weird line here. We look at Australia. There's what I want to see. My country. Although now it looks weird. I gotta work out a way to rotate the texture. You can look at Japan and Australia. Look at Ameripon's country as well. Alright. Anyway, stop procrastinating. I can see my house from up here. Oh, thank you, Codex. I can give you the code, of course. That's fine. Although it's not really finished yet. Like I said, I can't move the texture and things like that. And also, I don't know how I'm going to deal with like a non-circular planet, planet that isn't like an asteroid or something, right? I'll probably just do a model for that. Also, I don't know how I'm going to deal with like rings, the rings of Saturn. How am I going to deal with the rings of Saturn? Don't know. I think again you have to do a model to actually make the rings of Saturn. Tell me we can fly through the belts of Saturn. I'll buy a VR set. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Anyway, procrastination. Let's try to... There you go. Procrastination, distraction. Oh no, I need it really. Because I don't want to do this. What do I have to do? Let me think. Spawn in a ship. Spawn position. Spawn in player ships. Maybe I should make a function called spawn an array of ships. Instead of, and this one's player ships, but maybe I turn this into a more of a like universal function where I could do both player ships or I could do any ship. Red matter too. Wow. Yeah, this is interesting because is this a model? Is this a mesh right here? Because I would love to do something like this. And then you're dealing with like, is this a texture? Because if this is a texture, would it have to be like 8K? I assume there's shader magic going on. Because the more I look at this, I feel like this is probably shader magic. This is like Unreal or Unity though, isn't it? Because it's very high quality. Want to see my new planet? Sure, High Bronze, yeah. Hello, Multibit as well. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Spawn ships. Ship keys. An array. Jump in effect. Boolean equals true. Immediate activation. Boolean equals true. Hidden Boolean is false. Look at position vector 3 equals vector 3 0. Returning void. Returning an array of ships. Returning an array. Absolutely. So in my Discord, oh. Looking great. Looking really good. Oh yeah, wow, amazing. That's really cool. Doing a great job. You're way past me. Way more advanced. Spawn ships. return this for now. I'll be right back. How you doing, multi-bit, if you're still here? Are you working on your game at all? Spawn ships. You're gonna have to pass through a spawn area. Yeah, you have to. Actually, where's this? Yeah. Hero spawn area. Hero spawn area. Other than that, I don't want one. Okay. So spawn area. I'll pass you a... Why do I even have... Why do I even have that node right there? Because of get children? That makes sense. Because if I want to have more. Work on my portfolio so I can get a job at some studio. Ooh. That's a good idea. Balance development on my game and this next project. Yeah. Does that mean like you have to do leak code? I've seen leak code. It looks like a good... Because I think to get a job, what you do, if you wanted a job of coding, I think what you do is you have to have a leak code profile or something. Firstly, you have to learn like C and C# and stuff, or Python or something. And then you have to do leak code. And then you have to have projects that you can show that you did. Like a portfolio. I think a game does count though, especially if you wanted to get into a game studio. You could do a game, some sort of game, right? Oh, Nerd Mansion, hello mate. Hello. Did some more picks. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it looks a lot different. Very cool. Looks really high quality. Really high quality. I know C++, so I'm going to try and make an open source project in C++. Yeah. Open source level editor. Damn. Do I want to give you a specific mesh area, or do I want to give you randomized mesh area? Specific, right? It has to be specific. Now we're at the question of why I'm doing this now, if I'm doing that. Okay. Oh, if you're still there, Nerd Mansion. I saw you commented on my Kara. It's very, very funny. Thank you very much. Mesh instance 3D. Alright, Codex. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. Crap. So the question is, can I delete this? The problem is this bit here. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. If immediate activation. Activate ship. Ship. You're also going to return temporary. I like that. So oh, I love it when a function is clean and simple. That is nice. Ooh. It makes me feel things. So what's the plan, Batman? What is the plan, Batman? I'm going to delete this ship. We're going to go to the story controller. And then okay, I'm doing it. Bus system spawn ships. Ooh, but what about the like true? I've got to think about that. Think about that. Let's think about that. I'll think about that in a second. Let's go. Yeah, so all I want to do is like Pluto. Like this. Pluto. Aqua. Pluto. And then I add in this. Pirates book. Ooh, I'm regretting not using enums. I'm regretting my lack of enums right now. Definitely. Reaver on and can I remember what they're called? Corsair. I think it was called the Corsair. Pluto. No, Pirate. course, I'm gonna go back to enums. It's gonna happen. I have to, because I can't be guessing. I can't be guessing like this what the things are. Right, it's not good. No, don't do this anymore, by the way. I'm annoyed by this. Well, we can do the while loop thing, for sure. Yeah. Well, I'll think about that later. Spawn area 2. It should work, right? Nothing should go wrong right now. I'm going to press this button and it's going to just work. In to kick off this project, yeah. Well, I'm excited to see what you come up with. I hope you share it and stuff. I'll see you later, mate. Okay. So, what's the big idea? Ooh, it's called Pirates. It's called Pirates. Ooh, that's the big idea. Oh my god, it's working. They're fighting each other. So much work for something so simple. I'm going to change the explosion. I don't like the sparks coming out. Man, they are just... Also, the glow is kind of a bit much at the moment. Definitely. The glow is way too much. I wonder why the AI has this tendency to not pick the player. I wonder why that happens. Yeah, I don't like the sparks. I could make them smaller. It'll look better. I feel like I'm constantly fighting against this glow as well. I'm constantly fighting against this glow. Why did I win? Oh, this doesn't work. Hmm. Hmm. Why did I win so easily? Do credits work, by the way? Let's find out. They do. Oh yeah. I collect this credit. Nice. I need an effect though, right? Nice. Nice. Need a tractor effect. Well, that made me happy. That made me pretty happy. Sky, can you? Mate, it's been a minute. Hello. I don't know if you're in an advert right now. It's good to see. I'll wait for you to not be in Albert. Suppose I've got to do this next, which will actually be fun. Oh no, I gotta fix the targeting. Here it is. Monster. You always just go straight to lurk, but that's okay. Hello Sky Canny, I'm sorry about the adverts. I apologise. How you doing? It's good to see you. It's been a minute. Making slow progress. I think last time we talked, it was like you finished off the dungeon stuff, right? You finished off the blessings, like the buffs and the debuffs. Something like that. Working on blessing UIs. I hate UI. UI is the worst. Buffs and debuffs, UIs, those are the worst sort of things. And I really feel like I want to just avoid them as long as possible. So this becomes if player ship NPC controller ships enemy ships to a ship as current player target. Dot faction. Took way longer than I planned. Though I didn't implement generic UI for a lot of things in the future, so I did implement a generic UI to make them again. That's a good idea, yeah. It's a really good idea. Generic UI. Yeah. UI is slow work, definitely. UI is definitely slow work. And it almost feels like it's all just displaying information to the player, isn't it? And mod status. I can deny it. Sorry. Twitch has definitely improved because auto-mod never used to catch those, right? Never used to catch those. So I think they've definitely improved auto-mod. If bus system all ship start size is greater than 0, current hover object equals null. Full ship in spaceship body all ships. If ship target LOS to camera equals true. Plane normal. Direction to plane intersects array. If intersection current hovered object equals ship. That seems fine. I wonder why it's not working. I want to display to myself what my current hovered object is. If player ship and player ship not disabled. Print my current hovered object. Null. It's null. Man, I need to sort out this glow. This glow is a problem right now. Hang on. Let me like try to sort out this glow. Just a real quick tangent. Very quick and short tangent. Just gonna lower some of these values. Yeah, let's try that. And so that came up null and void. Null and void. So what does that mean? That means this doesn't work. This function doesn't work right here. Let's try to decide why it doesn't work. Let's do some printing. Let's go here. Maybe Bezos finally appeared again from his year-long vacation and granted the improvement facility for... Yes. Okay, so it gets past that. That glow is still out of control. That glow is absolutely out of control. Still. So it gets past that. Let's see if it gets past this bit. It does not. Okay. So, targeting LOS to camera equals true. So how is that determined? LOS to camera. Physics process. Has LOS to camera. Print. LOS to camera. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. So that means that this isn't getting called. This function isn't getting called right here. Copy. So physics process, if parent is disabled, parent initialized equals false, if parent equals the player body, or parent, or parent activated equals true. Activated equals true. I don't think we care about you being activated. If cinematic camera equals true. Again, I don't know why that matters. Camera equals null. Player body equals null. Well. well. I mean, that goes before then, right? Alright. Let's try it now. Excellent. So now let's go to... Also, this is going to be expensive to raycast every single bloody frame. Are you serious? Are you serious? I gotta think about that. I will think about it. I will think about it. The raycasts aren't that expensive, but I think the way the physics process does the raycast is expensive. I don't know. The physics server. Yeah. I don't know. Okay. It's not that many. Like, you're talking like 10 ships, raycasting. It's fine. Alright, so this should all work now. Interesting. Invalid access to property or key faction on base object targeting display. Parent. Nice. I love being able to click stuff. What happened to that little animation I used to have? I used to have an animation. When you clicked on something, it would animate. What happened to that? Here we are, it's targeted. Is this not being used anymore? Boolean equals false. Is this not getting used anymore? It's targeted. No, it must be getting used. Targeted min size. Oh. That's strange. Why? I'm gonna make sure it's not. Well, hang on, let's just try it. There you go. Not much of an animation though. Not much of an animation. It's fine. And I used to use like bounce. Doesn't that look cool? Oh yeah. Nice. Hmm. I also want to look at what would happen if I increase my projectile base speed to 400? What would happen? Gotta get this glow under control. This glow is out of control right now. Let's try reducing intensity. No, still out of control. Try reducing rent. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, that feels better. I think the AI needs improvement though. Sure. That was way too easy. Alright, I'm very tempted to end stream now. I think I will. Oh no, I was gonna add this. This won't take very long. Getting deja vu. Love a bit of deja vu. Strafe. Up. Strafe. Why do I need to do this? I have no idea. This is a bit strange. Why am I doing this? Can you only strafe in one direction at a time? No. Let's do this. I see. Current vertical strafe speed float equals 0.0. Target vertical strafe speed float equals 0.0. If target vertical strafe speed equals 0.0, if strafe up target vertical strafe speed equals strafe speed limit, strafe down, target. What's Y? Shouldn't it be this? Why do I feel like it should be this? Target vertical strafe speed equals strafe speed limit. Okay. Target strafe speed. Final target clamps. Target vertical strafe speed equals clamp. Target vertical strafe speed minus strafe speed limit. I'm not quite sure why I'm doing that, but okay. Oh, what's all this? Jesus, this is complicated. Okay. Effective strafe acceleration equals strafe acceleration. Deceleration. Don't know. Current strafe, vertical strafe speed, move toward. Current vertical strafe speed to target, vertical strafe speed, effective strafe acceleration times delta. Move forward, move strafe. Move vertical strafe. Turn drag. Boost direction. Is boosting, can boost. Player velocity plus move vertical strafe. Okay, that should do the job. Let's see if it works. Marvin Larson, hello mate. It does work. I'm strafing up and down. Not very noticeable though. So it's the wrong direction. Not very noticeable. I probably want to speed up the strafe speed anyway. Don't you think? My max strafe speed, I'm going to increase to like 80. And then it was actually this here. How you doing, Maddie? You do well today. That's a lot more obvious when you're strafing, yeah. And up. The whole point, the only reason why I wanted to do this was so you can sort of peek around corners like this. I want to add in some thrusters though. When you I kind of miss the glow on my engines. Yeah. Mate, I'm missing the glow constantly. It takes a lot to get the glow right. Making good progress again, unlike last week. I haven't seen your game yet. But maybe he doesn't have, maybe it's not like screenshotable yet. Screenshotable. Alright, so I did that. That was pretty easy. The next thing I would have to do is dialogue implementation. My enemies are spheres. Hell yeah. That's weird because my enemies were spheres at the very beginning as well. I wonder if I can find any videos at the very beginning. Damn. This also looked good. I don't know. Damn. I wonder... Because... I was using the really super expensive explosion though. That explosion is super expensive. Yeah, some of these older versions look good. Without all of the crazy glow and the crazy like colors and stuff. Yeah. I don't know. It sort of developed into something completely different. Didn't it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what looks good anymore. I'm constantly more stars flying, yeah. This is what it looks like now. Apparently. I can't tell if it looks different. Right? There's too much glow. Maybe. Don't know. Not sure. Blue tint. Yeah. What the hell? How did I get this fast? I found an exploit somewhere there. Found an exploit. I found an exploit somewhere. Hang on. Ooh. Oh! I nearly did it there. There's a weird like behavior where I'm looking at these numbers. I got up to somehow I got up to 400. I got up to 400 meters per second, and I don't know how I did it. It's some sort of exploit. I sort of saw it there for a second. Wait, I got it. There's an exploit where if you just keep on... No. There's a definite skill. There's a definitely skill sort of thing where you could possibly, maybe, get up to 400 meters per second. If you properly learn the exploit. Okay, it's this. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I found it. Oh my god. It's something to do with the strafe speed. Okay. I found the exploit. Oh my god, I'm getting up to like 1,000 meters per second. Okay. That's interesting. Let me think about this. How does that work? Um. Hmm. Hmm. Now all enemies get dominated. Like, something needs to be clamped, right? But also... Hmm. Was this an engine kill problem, or... No. It was literally just a... strafe problem. Was it a... Is it a boost problem? Yeah, this seems fine, right? But the moment I start boosting, we're gonna be having problems. Normalize some vector. Normalize some vector. This is complicated. It'll be this boot plus equals that is the problem. That will be the problem. You sure? Where's boost force? (100) direct velocity added per second. Speed. be that because you're calculating the current boost amount, but you're adding it every tick, so it grows bigger than the current boost amount. Yeah. Uh, hmm. But that'll solve my problem. But now I can't strafe. So to fix the fact that I can't strafe, I apply my strafe afterwards. Yeah? Maybe I should times turn drag here as well. Normalize it. Wait, did I equals instead of plus equals? Yeah, I did. I'm adding like a speed, not a vector. It needs to have, it needs to be a non-normalized vector because If it was normalized, it would just be like 0 to 1, right? But I'm adding like a speed. Do you know what I mean? Like a... I don't know how else to describe that. Yeah. Okay, I fixed it. It's always just like an order of operations thing, isn't it? It's always some order of operations thing. Excellent. Sometimes I just like flying around. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad it's a lot of fun. I'm really glad it's a lot of fun to just fly around. It makes me want to just, you know, yeah. Dialogue implementation. All right. But I think I'm probably gonna call it today, especially since there's an advertisement right now. So yeah. Yeah. So this kind of gameplay is fun since freelancer. Yeah, for sure. But it's like that Everspace plus freelancer thing where I've added the strafing now and the rolling, right? Which you didn't have in freelancer. You didn't have strafing and rolling in the same sort of way. So yeah. All right. I think I'm just gonna go offline. Thank you, Mavi, for hanging out. Hopefully I see your wizardry game soon. It sounds very fun. And Sky Kanya, thank you for hanging out. And Codex, and Hyperons, and Ameripon, and Codex, and Ogaboga Man, and Bimlab, and Multibit, and Ron. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you all have a great day. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.